In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Louisville's offense takes the field to start this game off. It's a basketball state. There's no question about that. But when they square off for the Governor's Cup, oh, football is big time.
Oh, it's so beautiful, too. And usually interconference rivalry game, too. It means a lot to these fans, and the bragging rights are rich.
Yeah, you're right, guys. It's not just horse racing in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. They play a big-time football game here as well. I've actually called this game before. These fans get hyped.
The give to the single back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Running it back, it's Daniel. Slips through the line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So Kentucky's offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there off.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Got a man. It's Little. They painted the state big blue in a Kentucky blowout the last time they saw the Cards.
And I think it's always fun to watch the response. In rivalry games, when one side gets smashed and they have to hear about it for a year, Palmer, it usually ends up being a pretty good game.
Yeah, they brag a lot in this state. It doesn't matter that either team really haven't been in the national championship picture for years. This game matters.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. And it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Trying play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Daniel. He turns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Now the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, looking again to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Daniel. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Quick strike complete.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Little. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Showing off the arms.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll leave it with him. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Pirouettes through. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Cardinals are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Little. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But
and here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Finds his man down the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Back open in the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Snap it to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Governor's Cup. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Finds his man. It's Little. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Little. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing.
Looking for the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Get it out on the screen. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The Cardinals line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Daniel. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you...
He's loose down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Kentucky! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Brown has it. Keeps the legs moving. And eventually taken down. What about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very difficult to cover.
Oh, what a move! He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. And the ball's out, and they're after it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now on second down. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Wildcats will move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Finds a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. C-A-T-S, Cats, 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 as Kentucky builds this lead.
It feels like it's been a fast break on the basketball court here for a while now. Kentucky showing the speed all over the field, pulling away from Louisville.
Yeah, taking care of business, taking care of emotions. The battle, obviously, of Kentucky. They're doing everything they need to do.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Stone. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The offense set for a first down play.